Hey guys, thanks for tuning into The Clean Cuisine. I appreciate you stopping by. For those of you who have been asking where are the videos, I apologize. I'm working on something that I'm excited about, super excited about. I think you will be too, so more to come on that later. But for now, we just got back from a Memorial Weekend trip with some friends and I've got nothing planned. It's getting late, my family's starving, so I thought it'd be a great idea to show you guys a quick, clean, delicious, healthy, nutritious meal that will come together in less than 20 minutes from start to finish, I promise you. We are going to have a huge spinach green salad with some homemade salad dressing, and we are going to do a Balsamic-Dijon glazed chicken. I know it sounds fancy, it sounds like there's a lot involved, but I promise you, like I said, less than 20 minutes start to finish, so let's get started and I'll show you how. Okay, so I've got my pan on a medium-high heat. It's been heating up for a few minutes, so I know it's nice and warm. I'm just going to drizzle just maybe a tablespoon or less of some good olive oil in there. And what I have done is I've taken some of my organic bone-in chicken pieces, they've got the skin on as well, and I just salt and peppered each side of them super quick, and I'm just going to put them in the pan and give them a nice sear. So that's the sound you want to hear. It means the pan is hot. And we're just going to brown them really quick. See if I can fit them all in there. You usually don't want to crowd your pan too much because it won't brown as well. So I'm going to let these sit for about 30 seconds to a minute and then we'll flip them. Alright, so while my chicken is searing, I am going to mix up the glaze that we're going to use. And I'm just going to do this really roughly. I'll put up the measurements later, but it's going to be about 1 part Dijon to about 2 parts balsamic. And normally a maple syrup is what I would use, but I only have agave on hand, so I'm going to use an organic agave. And then I'm just going to whisk this together without making a mess. And that is going to be the glaze that we will deglaze a little bit, and then we're going to add that to our chicken. So let's go back and check on our chicken. I'm going to turn these over. Starting to get a nice brown. So I'm going to let them sit on that side for another minute and a half, and then we'll get our glaze in the pan. Okay, so it's been another couple minutes. I'm just going to remove my chicken, put it on my plate over here where we started, and I'm going to leave the temperature at a medium-high. You might want to turn it down just a little bit. You don't need it super high. And you can see we still have some juices and some of those kind of crunchy bits in the bottom of the pan. Fancy word for that is fond, and we're going to use that because there's a ton of flavor in there. So to that fond, or the crunchy bits, we are going to add our balsamic and agave and Dijon glaze. And I'm just going to let that deglaze just for not even a minute. I'm going to turn that down and we're going to put our chicken right back in it. Now our chicken is just seared, so it's not fully cooked, so we're going to let it continue to cook in this glaze. Now I should mention, obviously if it's a forethought, it's a wonderful, wonderful idea always to marinate your chicken. It's really going to infuse that flavor. But if you don't have time, do not feel like it's an absolute necessary step. There's ways to get full flavor in your chicken or whatever meat you're using without having to marinate it. So I'm just going to let this hang out for a little bit. I'm going to put the top on. That's going to help kind of steam that chicken and cook it a little bit faster than with the top off. And then we'll turn them and take a look at them in about, I'll give it about 7 minutes. Okay, now while we're waiting for that chicken to cook in those juices, I'm just going to put together a quick spinach salad. Again, this is kind of like a raid your fridge kind of evening. Using what I've got left, I believe in not wasting food as much as possible. So I just grabbed some spinach I had in there, a handful of baby carrots, I had some broccoli and cauliflower pieces left over, and a nice cucumber, and I'm going to add a little crunch with some slivered almonds on top. So one trick I do, I don't know if you noticed that, but I put a piece of napkin or some sort of paper towel in my salad or spinach, whatever greens I get. It helps to kind of wick away that moisture, and it keeps your greens staying fresher a little bit longer anyway. I find it does help because then it keeps it from, again, getting kind of that sogginess that I hate, and I've wasted so much salad on that. So anyway, so we'll start with a nice full bowl of some spinach greens, and then I'm just quickly going to chop up my carrots, my cucumber, and my broccoli and cauliflower into bite-sized pieces. Now, if you have not watched my video on a few quick dressings that you can make at home that literally take minutes, sometimes even seconds to put together, please do. I'm going to be using one of those dressings tonight. It's my sweet citrus vinaigrette. And so, again, there are so many things that you can make at home when it comes to salad dressings, especially, that are so quick and easy to do. And it does not have all the additives and all the other yucky stuff that you are going to get, excuse me, from the dressings that you'll find at the store. So I'm just quickly skinning this cucumber, not trying to be fancy about it. Cut it lengthwise, and then again into chunks. And I use up whatever you have in the fridge, whatever veggies you have. I even love fruit on my salad, so if you've got apples, grapes go great in a salad, blueberries, strawberries, any kind of berries good. Be creative. Salads are a fun way to experiment with different flavor profiles. I'm going to just chop these, a few of them anyway, up into some bite-sized pieces. This is a great way to get your raw veggies in. There's really nothing better than your raw fruits and vegetables when it comes to nutrients. Alright, so I'll put a few more in there. They're already cut enough. Alright, that looks good. And then, to top it off, some slivered almonds. If I had tomatoes, I'd throw those in there too, but there you go. A quick, easy spinach salad using whatever you've got in the fridge. It's not difficult. It takes minutes, guys. It's a great way. You've got to get your greens in. They are so good for you. All right, so let's go back to that chicken and turn them over now that our salad's ready. So we're just going to turn our chicken. You can see the glaze is getting thicker. That's what we want. We want it to be like a nice, almost syrupy kind of glaze. If you do, however, notice that it's starting to get a little too thick, you can always add just a little bit of water to thin it out. So don't be afraid to do that. So I'm going to cover it up and leave it again for another 5 to 6 minutes, and we'll check on it. Okay, so our chicken is still cooking. Our salad is done. If you're anything like me, I don't like to spend any more time in the kitchen than I have to, just as far as the cleanup's concerned. So I like to be as efficient as possible. So while that stuff's finishing up, you can do a number of things. You can do the dishes, so there's not as much to do afterwards. You can set the table so it's ready to go, deal with your crying baby, whatever it is. So I'm just going to finish up these dishes. Again, I've got a few more minutes with my chicken. Salad's ready. I'm going to do these, set the table, and then we'll be ready to go. Okay, so I've just removed the chicken from the burner, and I'm just going to place the chicken in my pan here. Again, this is quick, easy, delicious. You do not want to waste any of the sauce in the pan, so make sure that you reserve it or just drizzle it right over your chicken in your pan. You can hear my little one screaming in the background. She does not want to go down for bed. All right, and if this isn't gonna be enough for you to fill you up, feel free to throw a couple baked potatoes or a couple potatoes in the microwave, or have some steamed brown rice ready to go, and you can add that on as part of your meal. But there you go. Some quick Dijon balsamic glazed chicken and a nice fresh spinach green salad. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Give it a thumbs up if you like. And don't forget, clean, quick, delicious meals your whole family will love.